here at Essen 2013, covering for Board Game Geek TV. And as we're wandering around the halls, we're going to do a quick overview of Panamax. Hi, my name is Beth Hiley, here for Board Game Geek, and I'm sitting down with Gilles Duray.
Hi.
Of Mesa Board Games, and we were really excited to run into you yesterday and be able to talk about Panamax, and I was thrilled to hear that you had 2 tables here with prototype copies available for people to try, and so we immediately decided we got to grab you for an interview. So Gilles, why don't you just give us an idea of what Panamax is all about? What's the theme like?
Okay, so Panamax is about the Canal of Panama, and the objective of the game is to win money. Okay. It lasts 4 rounds, and the board is divided in some tables. The market table, the rail table, and waiting zones, 2 waiting zones with flags, different flags, okay, where the ship starts to cross the canal. The character table, warehouse, dice pool, and where you choose contracts, move ships, and basically that is also. Each player will have a clipboard where you're going to place some flags, and they will give money at the end of the game, but also during the game we will give you some bonus. Also players will place here bonds that they purchase using the game, they buy during the game.
Now, before we start talking about actual gameplay, as you were setting up, you were giving us some details that all of the ship information are true historical ships with some of the pictures of what they really look like. If you could just give an example or two, because those little historical details are always something that really interests us.
Yeah, some bonus ships are real ships, and because we like to do some flavor and some interesting things about the team. For example, this one here is a Portuguese military ship, for example, Sagres, or this one is a Pegasus USA military ship. It was the fastest ship to cross the canal. Or you can have here the USS Iowa. I think it's the way we say it. It was the widest ship to cross the canal.
Oh yeah, the Iowa. Yeah.
Iowa. It's unbelievable. Also you have, for example, the San Juan Prospector was the longest ship to cross the canal. It's something that gives some flavor, and it's completely integrated in the game.
All right, so now let's get into a little bit of what a turn would look like if you were sitting down to play Panamax.
Okay, so in a player turn, you can do one thing. Remove a die from here, or here, or here. You do the proper action. Okay, if from here is loading, it's picking up one of the contracts and loading. Okay, for example, if I pick from here this contract, I pick the die from the warehouse with the numbers, okay, 3 and 2, and I can load as many slots available are here. So I can load 2. Where I can load? Where's the flag showing? So here, West America, I can load in the ships in here, okay? After loading, I will win a flag that I will place in my clipboard. Okay. This is loading and picking up the contract. Moving ships. There are 2 kinds of movements, a lock movement and a lake movement. So when I pick one of the die here, for example, here shows how many lock movements I have. For example, 3. I did move this one, so I have 3 lock movements and 3 lake movements. So I move ships in groups or alone from locks and lakes. Okay. Here you have the characters. Characters have special powers. For example, the captain, you can move up to 6 if you place a die in here. Any kind of movement. Here you can load a dice from here and place it immediately in any ship. Here is the lawyer. If you buy this tile, at the end of the round, you don't have to pay penalties, because players have to pay penalties. So here, if you have this, you don't have to pay nothing. And the price of this is the numbers here in the middle. Here, the broker, you can buy a Joker flag that you can place anywhere in your clipboard. Okay. Also, when ships arrive at the end of the canal, they give money to give money to the players. Is the value of the die, and one of the die that is in the slots underlined will go to the market, so it will raise or lower the price of the bonds. Finally, the market action. I can do some market actions here. For example, if I take this die, I can do 2 market actions because these are 2 slots available. And market actions is basically buying or sell bonds. And I will place it in my clipboard. In 5 minutes, this is the way I can describe the game.
How many players does this take, and how long would a typical game?
2 to 4 players, and normally 2 hours. 118 minutes.
Now, I know that you're still hunting for a U.S. distributor, but are there any copies available yet? At least in Europe, at least?
No, at this moment we have some only prototypes, and we are trying to have some co-editors with us. For Europe, we already have Heidelberger. We will produce the game for German markets, and for the French market, we are discussing with 2 potential editors. And for United States, we will see. Today we already had one meeting with one of the potential editors. But for sure, if the game is produced, we will go to the United States.
Now, obviously, I am astounded that this is a prototype copy. Do you guys do your own artwork as well for some of your games? I know that was the case with some of your earlier games.
Yes, I must do everything. No, the artwork from the board and from the clipboards, it's mine, and the box, the art of the box is an illustrator that I like it very much and helped me to do that. But basically, I do the graphic design, all the graphic design and some illustration, and I'm working this game with 2 other authors, Paulo Sentieiro and Paulo Soldado and Nuno Sentieiro. They are the authors of Madeira. It was released today by What's Your Game.
Well, Gil, thank you so much for taking the time to show us Panamax, and good luck in getting it published in the United States.
So at least you can see this game in the Board Game Geek convention in November, so it will be there.
Yeah, so all the lucky people going to BGGCon can try this out. So.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye.